What's going on, AD?
What's the word, bro?
What's going on, man? So we want to have a conversation with you today, man. Let's get right into it, man.
Let's get it.
I got a question, right? So being from LA, right, and having such a grassroots experience in LA, can you tell us certain key moments in your career from home?
Say that again. My bad. My phone was ringing.
I said, being such a grassroots artist from LA, could you give us some like insight to what it's like the milestones that you signify with like from home, like from a home field standpoint? Like what are
Oh
some things
man.
that set
Oh
you
yeah.
off in the hood that got you further and further as you developed?
So for one, I was dropping like just mixtapes after mixtapes, and my fifth mixtape, I actually put it out. I got discovered like on Hot New Hip Hop in that piff. So yeah, one of my songs that dropped um on Hot New Hip Hop, it ended up catching traction, and it caught traction because me and OT Genesis relationship. Once he got signed and Coco started moving, he knew I had a mixtape that came out, and the TMZ people called him. He had like 300,000, 400,000 in cash, and he told his brother to pick a song from my mixtape, and he chose one of the songs. And once he chose one of the songs, TMZ picked it up. Like everybody kept like writing, whose songs is whose songs is. At the time, it was like his biggest thing on Instagram, and everybody kept asking what song that was. And then like immediately my song started gaining traction and shit. I did the video, and one of the DJs, DJ Head, he asked me to make him a custom with his name in it. So I ended up making a custom with his name in it. And then I had the idea. I was like, you know what? A lot of these DJs don't know me, but I'm gonna make a song with their name in it. So I went to the studio, and I think I made like 300 to 400 different versions of the same song.
That's super
And
smooth.
and I sent it to all the fucking DJs. So they started playing that shit because their name was in there. And then Big Boy from 92.3, he ended up having a contest. They asked me to make my song part of the contest. So I ended up making a custom version for the contest. So immediately I started getting independent, nigga. Mind you, I'm in the hood. I'm living in Compton at my granny house. I got my daughter. You feel me? I ain't got no bread like that. Um, I started getting like 30 spins a week on LA radio. And then that opened up the door. Exhibit reached out. That opened up the door. He brought me in the studio with Dr. Dre. And, from there, I just started, Game put me on the documentary 2.5, the album. Then YG put me on Still Brazy. E40 put me on, I want to say it's one of the block brochures and shit too. So I just started like building a real buzz, like on like the whole West Coast circuit. And once my song hit the radio, man, I had one of the biggest songs in a year as far as like locally.
What year was that you said your fifth mixtape?
Yeah, so the mixtape came out 2015, 14, and the song started like blowing up 2016. And the remix I got it's called Juice. The remix got Ty Dolla $ign on there, Game, OT, K Camp, I Am Sue. Yeah, the shit is big. It's like an LA staple. Like everybody know that shit.
That's crazy. Cause I know you've been rapping for a minute since like high school, damn near, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Sometimes it takes that long, 5 mixtapes in to get something to move the way you need it to move.
Well, the thing is that like as an artist, sometimes I started making music like I thought was hot at the time or what people wanted to listen to. So I got, wrapped up in that, and like nothing was working. So then I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna make what I want. And when I just, kept it personal and made what I want, that's when shit started working for me.
What do you think that thing is that sets you apart within you doing that made you stand out? That was different. Because one thing about LA and like the West Coast in general, y'all have a very different sound because y'all have a different demographic of people that the West Coast is made of. So a lot of different sound elements are foreign to a lot of other people. So like what you think made your sound, once you made that distinction to do what you wanted to do, was different that made you stand out?
I just felt like I bought a lot of energy that wasn't like heard after a while. Like I was literally screaming on records,
Like
and
pure energy,
like pure energy. Like I just felt like I bought something different to the table, and it was like real. It was real passionate what I was talking about. Like at the time, my brother, he had just got locked up. He recently just got out, but yeah, he got sentenced to 17 years with half. You feel me? Um, I lost my grandma who I was living with. Being broke, having a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Trying to provide for her. So my back was against the wall, and I was like, you know what? If they ain't listening to me, because I felt like before this shit started working out, I felt like nobody was listening to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to scream this shit at niggas. Like they gonna hear me. You feel me?
Nah, I respect that. I respect that.
Yo,
Now,
my man.
I got another question. So after your first big break, I think you told a story about like what you did with your first bag. How soon after that that wave from the fifth mixtape and that push that OT helped you out with? How far away did you get that first bag? And then can you tell the story about what you did with it?
I would say
If that was the same time, I'm not sure if that was the same one. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, well, I was nigga, I was used to stretching like $50 a week type shit. You know what I'm saying? I was getting my haircuts $10. So I was like, man, I was
just an edge up, just an edge up.
just man, no, not even just the edge up. I had a homie just cut the whole head, $10. You feel me? When he went to 15, I didn't go to him no more. That was too out of my price range. You know what I'm saying? But no, like immediately I just started getting shows for like a couple thousands of dollars. So that shit was like a big jump for a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I came to I came to a crossroad because I was on the radio and I was still living in the hood. So immediately people start thinking like, oh, AD getting all this money. Ooh. Rumor around Compton was AD signed for $1 million. Where I'm from, if a nigga think you got $1 million and they know where you live, nigga, fuck if you the homie or not, nigga gonna try to run in your shit. So I was like, you know what? Like, I gotta get the fuck. It's time to start moving forward. I gotta get the fuck out here being a sitting duck. You feel me?
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, but after that, I ended up living with my uncle. My uncle looked out for me. I ended up living with him because I ain't had no credit. I ended up living with him for like 5 to 6 months. After that, I had a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? Moved in with my homeboy, and yeah, man, I shit started doing my thing. But after that, I got my first like bag, like little bag. I ain't gonna say it was a big bag, but it was like 30, 40K. Yeah, I wasted that shit at the casino.
Around this time, AD, when you blowing up, like you getting you some motion, when you look around besides OT Genesis, who was fire around this time? Like who was buzzing?
YG was buzzing. RJ was buzzing. Joe Moses was buzzing. Dom Kennedy, Nip. Damn, I'm missing a couple people. It's a few other people, but that was the time where it was like, I mean, before like Draco and Shoreline Mafia came and Greedo started taking over, like we was the era before that.
Oh, so it was literally right before that.
Yeah, and me and Greedo used to be in a group together too. So that was my guy. So I was happy when his wave started popping. Like that nigga literally like he was telling me like when he got out, he was like, bro, I was hearing about you in jail and shit. And you feel me? I was like, it was dope to see all he accomplished.
Definitely 303 Greedo. Ain't he coming home?
303. He supposed to be home any day now. Keep it G.
That's gonna be so lit, bro.
Yeah, he gonna take over for sure.
Fucking Grape Street legend, you hear me?
For sure.
Fact.
Yeah, me, that's facts. Yo, AD, what's the word? It's facts, you heard?
My guy.
I want to tell you, I appreciate you because we seen, and this is the most respectfulest way, we seen No Jumper just have some, no disrespect, but just some whitewash. Know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like you really came and brought a lot of culture to No Jumper. You feel me? So even if you don't know it, like a lot of niggas, know what I'm saying, fuck with No Jumper culturally now because of the source. I feel like you was the first one. House Phone was there, yeah, but House Phone wasn't really like he not like really tapped in. If y'all understand what I'm saying, like niggas, know what I'm
I
saying?
get what you said, but house phone be tapped in. We gotta keep it real. House phone be
But he
definitely tapped.
tapped in, bro. But house phone not really tapped into the streets,
Yeah,
bro.
I bought a street element to No Jumper,
Exactly.
and yeah. But before I mean, when I first got there, like House Phone was he's about to quit, and Cam Girl, was about to quit too. So it wasn't going to be what it is now.
No, AD, did you the one make Cam Girl quit after talking all that shit about that IDK Jeffrey shit, man? You was fucked up about that.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. No, I ain't the reason why. But I mean, I feel like I kept quiet about that. At the time, it was like, I was like, damn, this shit wild. But
That shit
you
was
feel me?
fire. You was going crazy, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie. I
yeah,
got
how's it going, AD? Yeah, how's it going, AD? It's Putin, from one of the chat niggas.
What's the deal?
I'm a huge No Jumper fan. I'm a huge a fan of all hip hop platforms, by the way. Vlad, No Jumper, Academics. You know what I'm saying? That keeps us informed and entertains us in this content space.
Real
And
shit.
right now, you one of the biggest factors at No Jumper right now. And in the beginning, it was kind of different, right? Like you was a recurring character, but you wasn't like the main person. What led you to joining No Jumper, and what convinced you to like on No Jumper for the long time that you are in right now?
Oh well, I mean, I felt like, when you're an independent artist, like that shit is hard as hell to maintain popularity. You feel me? And then plus I started getting older as well too. So um I I wasn't supposed to like do No Jumper like how I was now. Like Adam, actually, I was at a O3 in O3 told me to come to his video shoot he had with Maxo Cream. I ended up meeting Adam at the interview, and I just asked him for an interview. So he interviewed me, and then once he interviewed me, he felt like I had a great interview. Like he had fun and shit. And then right before COVID happened, he asked me. He was like, "Hey, we got this Snapchat show. They want us to start bringing different artists and influencers in. Do you want to be like the first to try it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be the first to try it." So I did it one time, and once I did it one time, the quarantine happened. And once quarantine happened, I guess that switched up everything for them. So Adam hit me and he was like, "Hey, do you want to do it? Do you want to keep doing it?" And I wasn't even like thinking about money. I wasn't thinking about none of that. I was like, I'll do it a couple times, but I didn't want to make that like a thing. But at the time, I was like, I don't know a lot of niggas that's using Snapchat still. You feel me? So I ended up, going over there in quarantine, had nothing else to do, and I just started doing the Snapchat show. Now I knew that it was being effective. I started like, as I'm going to certain places, I'm seeing certain like different race motherfuckers walking up to me and noticing me, and people hitting me up like, "Are you funny as hell?" And I'm like, I'm used to like on some street shit, some local shit, people coming to me like, "Oh yeah, I fuck with your music and shit," and keep it pushing. But this was like different, and it was like an overwhelming amount of people. So I was like, all right, maybe I should keep doing this shit. And I just started loving it. And once I started doing the Snapchat show, I started subbing in from Adam on a Tuesday show when he wasn't there, and people really started liking me. And at the time, House Phone, he was about to leave. And I mean, I basically gave House Phone a pep talk. I'm like, "Nigga, you tripping. Like, what the fuck? Why would you quit this? You get to talk to this many millions of people." And, you know, and yeah, it went from that. And then Adam was like, "Hey, you want to do your own show?" And I was like, "Fuck it." And
Did
like,
you see the vision before you fully committed to it though? Like, did you know what you was gonna do with it?
not at all. Uh-uh. Not at all, man. I'm just one of the people, bro. Like, I got real faith, and I feel like no matter what, God was always gonna take me to where I needed to go. Didn't matter like whatever it was. So I just if something feels right, like nigga, let's keep going. Let's move on it.
I'm
Amen.
gonna be real, AD, cause like, bro, you a born star, and I really fucks with you, bro. Like,
Appreciate it, bro.
to be real, you the reason I quit drinking. Like, when you quit drinking, that shit made me quit drinking, and I really
Damn,
fuck with you ever since. And like,
that's
we
real.
fucking with you. So when you when you took that position at no jumper, bro, you ain't not only like help yourself, bro. You helped a lot of niggas out here. You really fucks with you on it.
Man, that means a lot, bro. For real, for real.
Seem like you got another son, AD.
Nah, I fucks with AD
Nah,
though.
he,
Nah,
he good. He a good nigga, bro. And that's my thing, bro. It's like, and I'll tell you some more about shit like that too. It's like, I used to come, no jumper, drunk as fuck. You feel me? I used to drink every show. Nigga used to be, wasted. Nigga, and nigga, I'm down there wearing what I went to sleep in to come over there, bro. And I start seeing how, me talking start affecting people. You know what I mean? Like, people really start hitting me up, like, bro, like, you make me don't want to commit suicide. I'm like, huh? Just me coming here doing this shit? And I'm like, damn, once I heard that the first time, I start taking it real serious. And, unfortunately, when the doctor told me I had to stop drinking, it was a game changer because I wouldn't have stopped at all. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fact.
It was a real game changer for me. But I'm so happy it happened. I just started really, really focusing. But I had like the worst anxiety ever. All the PTSD from the hood. You feel me? I was having alcohol withdrawals at night. Some nights I'm going 2-3 days without any sleep. I want to go to sleep and feel like a TV in my head that won't turn off. So, I had to literally learn how to drive again because that's how I was for about 3 months getting off of alcohol. But after that,
Real shit.
it made shit like real clear where what I was supposed to be doing. And I just felt like I wasted a lot of time, and I feel like I'll be way bigger as an artist if I took things way more serious and not just, skating around when it came down to that. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do that no more. So I just really started focusing, like really paying attention. That's when I started the community. It was my third time just trying to attempt to do Twitch because I used to see Act doing Twitch, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, he make that shit cool, but I'm like, I don't see no street niggas doing this shit. You feel me?
Hold on, but 80 before we get there though, because you say you start focusing. So when you start focusing,
Excuse me.
you start opening up the doors. Like, what made you just start opening up the doors for niggas like OG Suicide, T Real, Duno, and all these niggas? Like, where did that come from?
I mean, that's just my personality. If it's like, and it's crazy too because I'm one of them people. I just did it the other day. Like, if you watch the Tuesday show, I was like, hey, bring the homie Kelvin on. You feel me? I'm just one of them niggas. Like if there's an opportunity for you and it presents itself, I'm gonna throw you the lob. Like, I'm not a selfish human being. Like, and I really feel like we put on this earth to help one another. You feel me? Like, so if there's a situation that pops up and God aligns that with it, if something tells me, hey, sit down real quick. So, even Adam, for instance, Adam was like, hey, who do you think that is dope and would be dope for the platform? And Pun, Ace Boy Pun, he was like, hey, bro, you should try T-Rail. I was like, I tried T-Rail. Prior to this, me and T-Rail, like, I ain't gonna say we didn't see eye to eye, but on some street shit, I ain't really like fuck with him like that. And
What
yeah,
you call that nigga, scandalous?
he was grimy. That's what I say.
Yeah, nigga grimy.
Yeah, but I didn't fuck with him on some street type shit. And I was like, now I'm grown. I ain't tripping about shit no more. I'm like, man, let's try him out. Instantly, I was like, bro, he gotta stay. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, we don't know. I'm like, no, he gotta stay. First time I met Duno, I was like, bro, he gotta stay on the show. And Adam, he told me, he's like, if you think it's anybody that's dope for the platform, let me know. We'll try people out. And that's how Gina came. I was like, hey, listen, Gina doing these ciphers. She's working for Revolt. I don't know if she was working for Revolt at the time, but I know she was fucking with Revolt and she was doing like a lot of dope shit. And I seen her, I was like, damn, this is somebody that works hard without the platform. She just needs a little push and deserves it. So I'm one of the people.
Because she was still doing interviews in the car and shit, Wayne, like interviewing artists and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw that shit. I fuck with that because you definitely pulled her up. You was the first one to do that shit. But like, when you be playing politics, what did you feel like it was ever politics when you brought it to No Jumper? Like, as far as like fucking with people though.
Nah, because it was like at the time, No Jumper was only fucking the staff. Adam, Cam Girl had left, and it was just really house phone. And you know, we was just holding down a Tuesday show. So Adam and them Ben had, you know, thoughts of expanding into the universe that it is. I was the fucking guinea pig. So once my show started working, it was like, okay, we could bring more people in and shit too. So from there, like, hey, come here, come on, try this shit out. It worked for some people, some it don't. This is all the stars align.
That's a fact.
Yo, AD, it's Kyrie. I got another question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
As an independent artist, I look up to you because I know you got multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? And not many artists can step beside themselves and take on more than what it takes to be an artist, like you're doing content and whatnot. What would you say, like, could you speak to how many different streams of income that's like related to music or close to adjacent to music that you got, and like what type of things you've done to like insulate yourself in your career? Because again, it's not always about the music that you drop and how you make your money like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big fan of you because you got the Uzumaki. I think that's a fire shit.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, so I feel like my biggest trait is my networking game. So like one thing alcohol did do, I was at the clubs 24/7. I rubbed shoulders with a lot of people. I made a lot of friends and stuff like that too. So just my network, man. Like for instance, bro, like I'm in the house party movie that come out tomorrow. Not only am I in the movie, I got a song in the movie. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fire.
Yeah. So it's shit like that. Like music got me friends with Wiz Khalifa, and Wiz, just me going to a Wiz video shoot, I meet Lil Dicky, and Lil Dicky a year later remembers he meets me and tells me to be in his TV show. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's situations like that. Um, and just, you know, even with the musical side too, I run into the Big Chief people. I just have a fucking regular conversation. They gave me some free weed and we was just chopping it up. And then I ended up getting my own strain, and not only getting my own strain, but they, you know, they signed me to part of the whole business. So I'm overseeing all of the lines that comes out for their company as well too. So it's just
That's crazy. That's fire.
Yo, AD, a lot of niggas want to know, and me, I want to know this question personally, like, cause it's about music too. Like, I know you fuck with a lot of niggas and you respect it in LA, but like, for example, when it was a beef or like a so-called beef between YG and Draco the Ruler, like you stayed out of that shit. How do you, as a music nigga who do music, and you from LA, like how do you like maneuver through that type of shit?
I mean, because bro,
Because you fuck with both of them.
yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, and I'll give you some shit, is that I'm one of the reasons why YG started rapping in the first place. So back in the day, I dissed YG on a song. So we used to have these cliques, and one of the most popular cliques, they were called Hollywood Clique. YG was a part of Hollywood Clique. I was somebody that wasn't a part of no clique, but I was trying to get a name for myself. They were clicked up with another clique, and they broke up. Once they broke up, I started hanging with their enemies, and these are like cliques. It ain't like no gang or street shit. You feel me? I started hanging with their enemies, and then I asked them. I was like, "Hey, give me a list of names of everybody over there. I'm gonna diss all them niggas. They don't know nothing about me." And YG's name ended up being one of the names that I dissed, and he ended up dissing me back. And once he dissed me back, we started doing diss tracks back and forth to each other, and and
I ain't never heard of this. That's crazy.
yeah, that's kind of what started YG rapping. He literally just told Mike Tyson about this. If you watch his the interview Mike Tyson just did with YG. So, you know,
watch it.
Yeah, so once he got signed, I was like, oh, it's over for me. You feel me? I was like, it's over for me. This nigga got a sign. He was like one of the first people of my age at the time, because the West Coast, other than Game, J-Rock had ended up getting a deal, but it wasn't no young guys getting signed. So once the jerk movement happened, that's when they started picking people up. So I didn't think like being big in music was super like real until I seen him get signed. When I seen him get signed, I said, damn, this shit is possible. And that made me start getting on my shit. So, you know, later on in life, and this is how the universe works, for instantly, once he gets signed, he puts out his album, I felt it was my priority to support him. because he was from the West. So, you know, no matter what we went through in the past, I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna fucking push you. And I ended up
That's a
chopping.
real ass nigga.
Yeah, bro. I ended up chopping it up with him. He ended up putting me on his second album. You know what I mean? And he came to my neighborhood, which was not done before. A Paru coming to a Compton Crip neighborhood and shooting the video together. So not only did we do all that, but we bridged the gap on shit like that. And if you see the video, it's called Thug. I think it's like 22 million views or something right now. It was like a big shootout. It's crazy.
Yeah, you said the one with the big shootout?
Yeah. So that shit, like, you know, we bridged the gap when it came with that. And when it came to Draco, when I first heard Draco, his first fucking mixtape, like the songs like Gone in 60 Seconds and all those songs on there, I was like, man, this nigga got something different. He's dope, he's talented, you know what I'm saying? And you know, his brother as well too. I ended up getting on one of Ralphie's mixtapes early on, and Draco always showed me love. You feel me? I always showed him love at the end of the day. And you know, even
Right.
once they started, you know, getting into everybody started getting into politics and shit like that. I'm part of the blue team. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, he was getting into it with a lot of, you know, red rag niggas and shit like that. But we got a lot of politics and shit too. I'm one of them niggas, bro. Like everybody will tell you, my enemies love me. Not all of them, but you feel me? I got niggas that's on the other side that arrive for me. You feel me? They trust me with their lives. I trust them with my lives at the end of the day. So, yeah, like I never looked at Draco any different, or I never looked at YG any different when it
Do you
came.
feel like Adam was too messy in that situation?
And I feel like sometimes Adam is fucking messy, but I tell people all the time, it's like he's just being a fucking white boy, and you feel me? Like he doesn't know the ramifications. I think he knows more now, but you don't know the ramifications of things that happen and when you just making content. Like just like Ack, I don't think Ack knew the effect of the war on Chirac until he really started talking to people. And once Adam started having more street people around and seeing certain things, like I know he wouldn't ask them same type of questions back then today.
I can give him that. I can give him that.
Yo,
Mhm.
no, go ahead, Skip. Let you get your West Coast shit off, thing.
You already know the coast is in the building, the best coast. So first off, shout out to AD. My boy, we've been with you since Compton, California, Part 2, the EP. My big question is, yo, shout out to my Blue 89
Blue
EP.
89.
By the way, like, come on. So my big question is, how did you get in the room to make My Flag with all of these West Coast legends? Like, not saying that you're not, but this is one of the biggest like gang banging hits I've ever heard since the remake of what's the YG song? Bick and Back Being Boo. Like I've never heard so many gang members in one song.
Hey, that's a good question too, because it's crazy that while my song was on the radio and shit started getting up there, Game was working on his album and he had put all the B Dogs on one song. He had an idea. He was like, "Look, we got all these Bloods on the song. We got to put one Crip on the song." And they were like, he asked for Nipsey, and I think Nipsey was on tour at the time. So they was like, okay, we can't get Nip. Who can we get? And his homeboy Sonic said, hey, there's a new young nigga from Compton. He a Crip. His name AD. We should let him come try it out. So they invited me to the studio. They played this shit, and I just felt like I was like, you know what? There's a lot of Bloods on this song. They holding it down. I gotta go extra crazy and hold it down for the blue side. So I ended up doing it first, and you feel me? It made the album. That was the first album I ever was on.
I appreciate that, yo.
Gotcha.
Your AD. Nah, my fault, gang. Your AD, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It's facts, AD. At first, bro, like when you first came on No Jumper, I'm like, who the fuck is this arrogant ass Crip nigga? Like, no lie, bro, that ass, bro. But then I just started feeling you out, bro. I'm like, yo, this nigga is mad genuine, bro. Like this nigga's mad genuine. So my question is, being in the industry, you know the genuine people get taken advantage of. So how the fuck that has being genuine? How is it? How has it affect you being in the industry, bro?
I feel like it hurt me way more because nigga, like a lot of people they'll tell you like you gotta be shitty in this industry to make it. And my whole thing was is like, you know what? Even if it takes me longer, then it's just gonna take me longer. I don't feel like I gotta shit on nobody and it's shit so simple as like I've been in fucking label meetings and they ask me about artists and I'm like, oh yeah, they dope. They dope. And they will literally tell me like, well, you're the first person, artist that we bring in there that says these other people dope when we bringing their name up. And I feel like that shit is sad. Like if you dope at what you doing, like and you got that faith and you got that faith in yourself, you bet on yourself, man, you ain't gotta block nobody else's blessings. You're not gonna get nowhere far doing shit like that. And with that stigma that this industry is all fake and shit like that, I always wanted to be different when it came down to it. And like this is why a lot of people when they fall or they go get a scandal, people don't go to bat for them because they fuck a lot of people over to get to where they trying to get to. When we doing this shit off of pure love, and I feel like, the pure love and the humbleness is what got me in position right now. You feel me? So I rather did it this way every time.
Did you been the real my bad.
Nah, that's real, AD. So I wanna ask about New York real quick, AD. So how you feel about New York drill scene? Like, I know it's totally different from the West Coast and shit, but like you just being an artist and shit and a person that's in the media, how do you feel about the New York drill scene?
I mean, I feel about New York drill the same way I feel about gangster rap. It's an era, it's a moment in time. You feel me? And it's how the youth from New York is pushing a line right now. Now, as far as like the talking about cases and you really talking about dead ops and shit like that, like nah, I ain't fucking with that. But I can understand because at one point in time, nigga, when I was 17, 18, you couldn't tell me shit. So I understand that. But yeah, bro, it's if that sound is so influential, like look, they're doing that shit everywhere. They
Are
got
you
fucking
playing New York drill in your car? You keep it real.
sometimes it depends on what it is.
Yo, this is Putin right here. I want to ask a question from a Cali street nigga like yourself, right? We have one of the major topics right now is snitching. A lot of people have been caught, I guess, with paperwork, the whole 9 yards, Boston Richie, Gunna. From a lot of people in the industry, from what I see from the outside looking in, a lot of people are having this wait and see approach. From your perspective as a street nigga, how you feel about the whole Gunna situation? Do you think he snitched? Do you think it's a wait and see approach, or like how you think he's going about it, especially like going on social media recently?
Honestly, like the way shit is now, it's it's weird. It's like it's real weird because I'm not really investing into it that much to sit there and really deep dive, but I feel like like all these subliminals that everybody's doing to each other as far as YSL, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You feel me? And I
That's
feel
a
like
fact.
it's kind of wrong just to put that jacket on somebody until this trial is over. And once this trial is over, then we'll know everything that we got to know. But I don't want to be the one just to be like, oh, you a rat, and I don't know all the circumstances because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
All right, so AD, real quick, AD. So I'm gonna paint this picture out for you. You just let me know the vibes. You sitting on your couch in that beautiful home you got. You chilling with wifey in your seat, right? You get a phone call from a random ass 404 area code Atlanta number, right? You pick up your phone, it's Gunna. That nigga like, hey, cuz, you, what up with this feature, cuz? Let's lock in. Are you taking that feature right now or you not, cuz?
Not right now.
Real niggas.
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. It's like at the end of the day, like I know what I signed up for, even though I'm not even pushing that line. You feel me? I'm not pushing that line no more. But I know what I signed up for is always gonna be a part of me. And until I hear like everything's all good as far as on Thugs end, I can't fuck with that. And that's just me personally.
So my other question, and then we're gonna go into a little bullshit real quick. My other question is, why do you feel like niggas is quick to denounce 6ix9ine, but not quick to denounce Ghana?
Because
Real
people
shit.
People pick and choose. That's what they do. And I feel like a lot of that shit is if 6ix9ine was like more likable, he didn't make as many enemies, they would be picking and choosing for him as well. Because even after all the beefs that he made, people were still like, well, this happened to him, and this happened to him, and this happened to him. I feel like they was sympathizing for him, but he's at this point he pissed off a lot of people. You got to understand, he came to L.A. You know what I'm saying? He went to the Nipsey mural. He was saying all type of crazy shit. He went certain places and he made a lot of enemies. And for people like that nigga was on a whole fucking, he was on a little tour, bro. He was doing shit on purpose. And niggas didn't forget that. So the fact that that come out, of course they're not going to sit there and champion for him. But I feel like people
Right.
choose for sure, 100%.
All right. So AD, I want to get into a bullshit. Let me just get an ISO real quick. I want to get into some bullshit. Um, y'all know I'm toxic as fuck. Um, I know my body. So I, cause so, and these are from questions from the chat niggas. Chat, y'all could continue to ask the toxic shit that y'all want to ask. I'm gonna ask it. Just comment them shits. So somebody in the chat.
Real quick before you jump into the bullshit, I do got a question for AD. AD, what seeing how like the West Coast is a very unique place where like y'all have a very unique sound, right? What do you feel like for maybe specifically you, what do you think are steps that you need to take as an artist from the West Coast to expand your brand outside the West Coast, strictly in the music standpoint? Because I know you're doing the content to keep your name out there, but outside of that, like what do you think an artist needs to do to make moves similar to like Roddy Rich, who kind of in a way was able to like segue the whole boxing of what LA can do to artists?
Man, you got to get out your comfort zone. Not try to follow what's locally going. And I feel like the only people that's going to break through is the ones that are not afraid to expand on the sound. And like, we can, somebody could be out there and create the whole new sound for the coast. But I just feel like um, people are so used to our tempos. They're reminiscent of G Funk, and they're stuck in that era. And there's a new day. Like my little brother, he's from the West Coast. He doesn't listen to West Coast artists like other than Draco and '03. He listens to Playboy Cardi. He listens to Lucky. He listens to Bandman Finey. He listens to niggas like that and Uzi and shit. So it's like there's a disconnect when it comes down to the youth. They don't want to hear that. So one of them got to jump out and create the new wave.
AD, I feel like honestly, bro, I fuck with Cali music so hard, and I'm all the way in Kentucky. Do you feel like the reason y'all don't blow to the next level is because y'all niggas don't get along? Like me listening from the outside, I'm like, these niggas can be the hardest niggas with the sound that they using, but these niggas just don't get along. These niggas are so stupid. That's how I look
Yeah,
at it.
and streets, gangs is always going to be a factor in LA. You can't get away from that shit. No, but I just feel like the South has been on for so long because they show the most unity. They fuck with each other on records. They fuck with all the producers. They all jump on each other's songs, and they're not afraid to all be kings. And I feel like on the West Coast, everybody wants to be the man. We can all be the man, but everybody wants to be that number one guy. And that mixed with street politics, it just fucks it up. And it's a free for all. Nobody helps each other. Nobody. And we live at a time now, like, if you show homage to a nigga that you're a fan of, you dick riding. You know what I'm saying? So you got all these different stigmas that's really holding you back at the end of the day.
What happened? What did you mean when you said that LA is blackballed after that situation with the Draco? Like you kept inferring that we blackballed. Y'all niggas keep fucking shit up. What did you mean by that?
Well, what happens is that you got to think about it. Artist has never been murdered at a fucking concert, like backstage. That's somebody that was supposed to perform. So, these label owners and these people that want to give young black men and minorities opportunities, they fucking look at that and they'll say something like, okay, these West Coast niggas is okay. They too rowdy. They ghetto. They'll go get that bag to somebody else. They don't want to sign West Coast artists right now like that. And I feel like that could probably be a result of that.
That's a fact.
Yo,
So
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Skinny.
I have one more question that scared me. Um, I asked this to almost everybody who reps the West Coast. Who who do you see as the face of the West Coast right now?
As
Whack
far
100.
as far as like the youth,
As far as like music.
music wise, I would say the face of the West Coast, as far as a young emerging artist, you got to give it to Roddy Ricch. He holding it down for us right now. And if it's not Roddy Ricch, I would give it to Blast right now. He's holding it down as well too.
Okay, I can respect that.
Would you gave it to Draco before his death?
Draco was for sure running this shit.
What about DB about a bag?
DB will. That's the Bay. We don't. The Bay is our cousins. It's still California, but you know.
You fuck with the Bay?
I love the Bay. Come on. Right? I used to spend every Saturday in Hayward. I mean, not every Saturday, every summer in Hayward. I used to go out there and shit like that. So I used to be in the Bay all the time. I got family out there. And they're like,
right. Shout out to the town.
Yeah.
Hey, who got better weed though? The Bay or LA?
I'm gonna keep it real, man. Humboldt County.
Keep it 1,000.
Hey,
The Bay, right?
But it's real close.
He said
It's the
Humboldt
weather,
County.
bro. LA weed kind of dry. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, you need to get you some Uzumaki. We got the best shit, bro. Get you some of this good beef. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. But Hayward is not the town, by the way. That's Oakland. Oakland's the town.
No, I know it's not the town, but you know, it's still the Bay.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm out here right now. I'm in Frisco.
Come on, man. Shout out to Frisco.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yo,
toxic shit.
Yeah, toxic shit. Let's fucking go. So niggas, yo, AD, listen, cause the chat want to know. They said
it's bad. You already laughing.
Niggas said they want to know your opinion on Flakko new personality of being tough.
Honestly, I just feel like he's at his wit's end right now. You feel me? Like you only gonna get to poke the bear so many times. That nigga's just fed up. He tired of being picked on. So now he's Paco.
Wait, you said Paco?
That's Paco.
But you did it to that nigga, 80, bro. You scared that nigga to being tough, man.
Bro, I mean, he hangs not only with me, but he's been hanging around a lot of street guys that have been having his back. And everybody been telling him, like, nigga, you can do some damage. Like, he ain't no little nigga, bro.
Pause.
All right, so
hey, you going Squabble Warrior AD or not?
Man, Warrior crazy.
Oh.
I like that nigga for that.
Yeah, nah, he a demon. He different though.
Yeah,
yo, at this point in your career, AD, like what you elevating and you know what I'm saying, seeing all the things that you see, just like with the streets and everything, you think you'll ever like, you know, kind of pivot away from the streets?
Yeah, I feel like I do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see me, I talk how I talk, but I don't carry myself like I'm active or I'm pushing that. Like, I understand the position that I'm in, and I don't want to. You know, I came to a point in music too where I got songs like "Crip Lives Matter," "Thug," and I had niggas tell me like, "Bro, every time I'm sliding, I'm playing your shit." That shit kind of hurt my feelings because I was like, I'm just representing what I'm supposed to, you know, representing where I come from and situations I've been in. I'm not trying to cause people to go do more bullshit because it's all a trap at the end of the day. So, you know, I encourage everybody, you know what I mean? Fuck put them guns down if you can, and if you know, protect yourself. But at the same time, man, it takes niggas like me to be able to tell little niggas like check it out. We can coexist and we can move forward and do shit. I don't want niggas to kill each other and do shit like that.
But you the Squabble King, AD, man. The chat want to know, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with beating a nigga ass though.
Did you pack that nigga China Mac out, man? Let us know.
Man, that's my guy, man. Just know it was a good fight. That's all niggas need to know.
So I have another quick question before we get into real bullshit. Seeing your interaction with Duno on We Hungry, and at the end of the day, like, do you feel like there's a real, like, y'all really have something, like there's a chemistry between y'all?
For sure.
Like, y'all make good content.
I just feel like I'm one of the people that I can get along with everybody.
Okay.
Nigga said I can get along with everybody.
Hey, cuz listen, my other toxic question is this: Do you feel do you feel like so we got the fight coming up, the big, you know what I'm saying, the big one,
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie versus Flacco. Do you feel like before, if it was Kyrie, do you feel like it would have been anybody else?
Mm.
Flacco?
Yeah, like because all right, so boom, you said Flacco, he's getting tired of people poking the bear. Like, do you feel like did you see him? Did you see him coming to this nigga that he is now? Like coming to the person that he is now?
Yeah. I mean, anybody, I don't care who it is. Like, you see these people that lose their mind and they go shoot shit up. Like, this is a result of that shit, bro. People get tired of being picked on. That bullying shit is real. So, once a person is trying to be cool and like, mind you, Flacco's a guy, he don't bother nobody. You feel me? Like, he's very respectful. And after you getting clowned so much and people think they can fuck with you, like, nigga, it's game time. It's like, nigga, stand up for yourself. Start whooping niggas' ass. The only way you
What
gonna
if he
stop
loses
that
this
shit,
fight, man? Are you gonna feel some type of way
That was
about
gonna
that?
be my next question. What if Flacco just gets beat up? Like, what's that mean for him?
I'ma still be proud of him. But like, nigga, at least you got out there.
I'm talking about after talking all that shit, though. That's what we at.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm gonna say, nigga, you got your ass beat,
That's how
but
you
nigga,
gotta
but
work.
at least, I mean, that's what happens though. You see boxers do it. Boxers say, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Somebody get in there, they get their shit fucked up.
Yeah,
Nigga, they
but
go.
by another boxer. But when it's just like a regular dude, like
I mean, bro, nobody is 100 and nobody is 100-0. Like, everybody
Yeah,
gonna take
that's a
some.
fact.
You
He
feel me?
saying he's still fucking with him.
shit, Floyd on the
Respecting
Twitter.
the nigga. I'm respecting the nigga that's gonna get out there and fade. Cause a lot of niggas ain't gonna get out there and fade.
That's true though. That's facts. That's facts. It do take heart to show up. I ain't gonna hold you, especially
It
like with all
does.
the cameras and shit on. This shit about to be out. Like,
Real shit. That's
yeah,
bravery
that's real
right
shit. That's real shit.
Yo, AD, I'm not gonna lie. It's like at least 7 million. All right, bro. Listen, AD, we need to have some type of discussion because my chat, like the chat niggas, they want to see the squabble. And I know the
God,
no
we do.
jumper fans want to see the squabble too.
We
Like
need the
we gonna
squabble.
have to
Fact.
we gonna have to see we're gonna have to do a OnlyFans or
bro.
motherfucking or something so motherfuckers can see this shit. Like, cause we want to see. Like,
I mean, but honestly, let's keep it real. Let's just say either side, somebody gets embarrassed, you don't know what that can mentally do to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? It's entertainment for us, but at the same time, bro, like, if we gonna do this shit the right way, you niggas should be able to handle their candle without it being a spectacle. You feel me?
What's the difference between that and celebrity boxing, though? I gotta ask.
It's
Like,
really no
shit.
difference. Well, it is differences. For one, you getting paid. You know that you getting in that ring, and two, and three, it's like, nigga, you mentally prepared for that. I think
Damn, AD, if you won 1,000 off an act, you weren't gonna throw Flacco a little 200 off that win? That's fucking
if I won 1,000,
yeah.
you can get the
You supposed to
200.
drink that Henny bottle, man. You supposed to be up 50K.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll give Flacco. You feel me? I'll give him that $200-300.
Like, good looking, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a
300 out
record
of
deal.
50K is wild. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hey, I ain't a
well,
greedy
if you
nigga, man. Everybody eats.
yo
That's
AD,
true.
if you really want to be technical, AD, I would say that both of them is gaining a lot out of it. They both, if Flacco when he getting an interview on Academics, and if fucking Kyrie when he getting an interview on fucking on no with Adam on no jumper. So
And see, that's dope because look, yesterday, as soon as y'all was talking about Flacco getting to with somebody, I said, who, Kyrie? I know Kyrie before that. So it's a W.
My man said he
that's
won't
the
do
fact.
community. He won't do at the end of the day.
He can come over there and do that. You whoop the homie ass, nigga. I'll sit your ass right down there.
I mean, like, the thing is, I feel like the reason why it maybe should be recorded and shared because, the argument was in front of over 30,000 people. That's more seats than it's in Madison Square Garden, bro. If everybody heard that, why wouldn't it be fair for everybody to see the outcome? You know what I'm saying? Because then you get like the people that are like, what if the party that got beat up is trying to flake it off as like, oh no, I was beating his ass, he got a good shot in. I feel like there should be that concrete evidence, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but y'all just literally seen this shit with me and China Mac, where you got two sides saying all type of shit. Where nigga, it doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. You feel me? People all speculate. Oh, some people say, hey, AD beat China Mac ass. Some people say, oh, China Mac beat AD ass. It is what it is. But the way that we handle that shit, look at it. Nobody's embarrassed by the situation. And now this is one of my closest homies. We do content together. We doing all type of shit together now. We talking
And
about
doing
doing
shit like that, close business opportunities. If people see people fighting, especially two black men, the first thing they're gonna bring up is niggas fighting now is on the internet. So that's why AD and China Mac was smart for not recording it, regardless what type of publicity it would bring.
There is a little footage out there, but it ain't, we ain't gonna never let that see the,
I was just about to say that. I was about to say that it's scientifically proven that it is footage of you and China Mac.
Yes.
That's crazy, y'all squabbled, bro. That's wild.
But I felt like AD, this shit would help all of the parties involved. Like, not in a bad way. It just show the street nigga that niggas ain't gotta pick up no gun. Like, these niggas took care of business.
And honestly, bro, I feel like to the youth and to the chat niggas, bro, and to niggas like Flakko, that's a W. Come on now. Like, wait a minute. We ain't pussy, nigga. We getting out there.
That's 100% fact. Yeah, like it is what it is.
I could have swore China Mac was 6 foot. This shit saying he 5'8".
Nah, my nigga AD bad at that nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know why I thought China Mac was so tall.
He like 5'11" probably. I'm only a couple of inches taller than him. If not the same height, damn near. Or probably an inch taller than him or 2 inches taller than him.
Yeah, but we was talking about it in here. You got that banger body weight. Like,
I'm not saying AD, how much you weigh respectfully?
I'm a bear, man.
Exactly. You a whew.
Yeah, this should say China Mac
not a big nigga.
5'8", 180. Holy.
Nigga,
that man has paws. Like,
Now, keeping the interview going though, AD, honestly, like, what is your thoughts? Like, do you think it's a no jumper, like academic type beef? Like, shit been thrown like slick shots and shit. Like, it feel like niggas been coming at each other. Do you feel like it's something right there that's going on?
I mean, that's why niggas like me doing shit like this. You feel me? Like, to show, like, nigga, we got love for each other. You feel me? I feel like there's always going to be some sort of professional, how can I say it? Professional rivalry. You feel me? When it comes down to that. And one thing I tell people all the time, I'm gonna keep it real. It doesn't matter what side it is. I'm gonna rock with you right or wrong, but I'm gonna let you know. Sometimes I see shit Adam do that I feel is fucked up towards Act, and sometimes I see shit Act do towards Adam is fucked up. They got a weird ass fucking friendship. You feel me? That nigga, hey, he'll spaz one day, say all type of crazy shit. The next day, they on the phone, they chilling, they cool. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to that, I just appreciate.
Never heard that music before.
Huh?
But your co-hosts be like, they be feeling it be seeming like somebody be getting mad that you don't be taking up for them because like Act be only dissing them. Like, how them niggas feeling over there about it though? Like, do they fuck with the chat niggas? Because the chat niggas fuck with no jumper, honestly. Niggas.
I mean, let's keep it G, right? Act is a staple in what I do. You feel me? When I'm streaming and all that, he's the godfather of that shit. So, I mean, me personally, Ack has always opened the door for me, tell me how much he think I should be getting paid, give me advice on what I should do. He ain't never said nothing crazy towards me, so why would I go against that nigga? That don't make no sense. And it's a difference if Adam, and I know how Adam is, if Adam is not taking offense to, did you hear me?
No, you broke up a little bit.
Yeah. What the fuck? What's the last thing you heard me say?
Adam.
Oh yeah. I said, if Atkins gave me a lot of game and shit like that, he been looking out for a nigga. And he's always said nothing but great things about me and the company that I'm building. If Adam don't respond to the shit the way he feel a certain type of way about it, why the fuck would I respond to it any type of other way?
Yeah, I feel you though. You gotta stay out of that shit. Like, but we fuck with No Jumper, so don't think them. Don't let them niggas over think we hate them niggas. I fuck with No Jumper, me personally.
Come on, man. See, like me personally, bro, I fuck with the chat niggas, man. You feel me?
We fuck with AD.
We
Come
fuck
on,
with AD.
man.
Hell yeah.
Yo, AD. On behalf of the chat niggas, I want to say that we appreciate you for coming, bro. Like, honestly, you ain't have to do this. You ain't have to take out your time and fucking come and have this conversation with us. The niggas genuinely appreciate you, AD. So just know that shit.
I
And
appreciate that, bro.
In the most respectfulest way, AD, even if you can't set it up and I could give you my word, it would be nothing but respect and in fucking honor to Gina if she was to come and have a conversation with us. And if any nigga say anything about her in any kind of fucking way, I swear to God, they had commit treason and they will be banned.
Yeah.
They
We don't promote that incel shit. We'll ban them ASAP.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I told her to fuck with y'all today. So I'm gonna have her tap in for sure. But I told her, I said the chat niggas fuck with you. She's like, tell people been telling me to join in, so I'm gonna tell her to join in for sure.
Yeah, I was on her live the other day. And I was telling her to pull up. So hopefully she does pull up. AD, we gonna let you go. I definitely appreciate you.
I got a question before you go though.
Yes, sir.
AD, what's up with it, man? This is for I work with Joey Fats, Cutthroat and shit. Me and you ain't ran into each other, but you definitely seen you in passing a whole lot, right?
Yeah, shout out to Joey.
For sure, right? So I got a question. Did Adam purposely not come up to the office that day? The last time y'all he came up there with you on house phone?
Joey?
Yeah.
No, not to my knowledge. I don't think so.
But you remember we had an issue with Adam over the shit he said in the Namir interview, right?
I remember that because the two ends is my niggas.
Yeah. No, I know for sure.
But even when that shit happened,
especially I know the OT connection, all that extra.
Yeah.
You know how that shit wasn't even that smooth initially and all that, but that's whatever.
Yeah. So all his homies is my niggas. So as soon as that shit happened, I was already on the case. You feel me?
Yeah.
But nah, like Adam, one of them people, bro. He just real nonchalant. Like he don't pay attention to shit. And even if something seems like it's super crazy, he'll be like, "This shit ain't that serious." I'll be like, "Nigga, some shit is serious, fool."
I mean, but the way he threw it out there saying, I've seen him do a lot of lean and shit. Like, bro, you seen that on your personal time with dude. Like, that's not even cool because he didn't even do that, like, on no interview with you. Like, come on, bro.
And like I said, I ain't here to take up for the nigga. Sometimes could be doing some weird shit. You feel me? Like, that's just him. That's his personality. People know what they getting themselves into when they even associate themselves with that. I know what I get myself into. If I go on that platform or if I do something around Adam, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out.
That's a fact. Chat niggas appreciate you, AD, for real.
Hey, bro, anytime, bro, let me know when y'all want me to come back, man. I'll fuck with y'all, man. I like what y'all doing. That was dope questions. Nigga, enjoy yourself. You feel me? Much love to the chat niggas.
Hey, AD, if you can, try to set up a conversation with him and Joey, like on some real shit, because
let's do it.
Bro, them niggas go back since 2015, bro. Motherfuckers
Hey,
that came up there.
DM me your shit, and I'll put this shit together, man. Me, you, and Joey, and Adam, we can chop it up.
All right, it's forever Cutthroat on IG. I'm gonna hit you.
I mean, give me some clothes too, nigga.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, I probably got some shit for you. Cause we wear the same size, so I'll grab you some.
My nigga. All right, y'all. Much love.
All right,
that niggas is blessed.